right, very nice.
Awesome. Oh, thank you.
Well, you were good enough to bring, a set of pipes that you can play for our enjoyment, but you've also kind of brought a second set that's in pieces so you can kind of talk to us a little bit about, the instrument in general.
Yeah, as you can see, each of these sticks, the drones, have a reed in there, and this is what one of them looks like.
Okay.
It's
Single
plastic.
reed, double reed?
It's a single reed, and they're typically the old-fashioned ones are made out of cane. And the chanter portion, which is the part I'm actually playing, is a double reed, like an oboe or a bassoon.
Oh.
Just double reed.
What's with the electrical tape that I see that's wrapped around there? It's hopefully
Customized.
It's not holding it together, I wouldn't presume.
No. It's actually to tune the holes, tune the notes, because you don't have any choice. It's just whatever you get with the holes.
Right.
So you got to tune it to make it flat or sharp.
So it's like a fine tuner that you'd
exactly.
have with a violin.
Yeah,
okay.
There's only so much you can do with a hole.
Great.
So to speak. Bump. But
you were talking about the octaves, or the three pipes all play the same pitch in a different octave. There's different types of bagpipes that play the drone or the background part?
Absolutely. Some of them have just one drone. I think the Spanish one called a gaita goes across the chest, and it's in the key of C.
I have seen that. I've seen different pipes where, like, some of them got the drones going this way and some going this way and this way. And is that one way you can tell between the different types of bagpipes?
Yeah, absolutely. This is actually a Scottish Great Highland bagpipe. The lowland bagpipes are a lot smaller.
Right.
And they actually either come up like this or they go across your chest. Okay. So yeah, this is from the Highlands of Scotland.
The material is interesting too. When you look at that, I mean, it looks like a real rich type of wood. What's the materials on this?
This particular one is made out of ebony, and this is
ebony
and elephant
and sing. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, and then this one actually has a brighter sound. It's made out of African blackwood. Let me hold up a piece.
Then the material, the woods that are used is going to affect the sound or the pitch, the
projection.
The projection. That's another,
Absolutely.
So indoor, you were talking a little earlier about indoor-outdoor capabilities or acoustics for each of the pipes.
Yeah, you set them up to however way you want it to sound. This one I actually used for indoor services, and this is one where I play outdoors.
This one goes to 11.
You also got some elaborate embroidery. What do we call that? Engraving for the silver there?
Oh yeah, that's actually hand-cut silver. It was actually made in Texas, of all places.
Well, they're famous for bagpipes.
No, the silver was, and then it was sent to Scotland to get put on the bagpipes. So good old American know-how.
That's right.
And then
don't mess with Texas.
How about the bladder? You were talking, how it actually works on holding the air.
Yeah, this one is actually made out of leather.
Whoa, leather.
Yeah, it's actually, you can hold it. It's sweet. It's not going to bite you.
Hello. It almost looks like a stomach, like here's the duodenum, and here's like,
Yeah, and then
cow udder.
this one's actually made out of sheepskin, and they have ones made out of Gore-Tex. And
for inclement weather.
Yeah, sure. For different sound, I mean the different resonance, everything vibrates, so it makes a different sound.
You can, because it's a multi-pieced instrument, any changes that you make will ultimately affect the sound.
Absolutely.
Whether you change the bag or the material that the drones are made of, or how many reeds, or whether you put electrical tape on it, any of those changes are going to affect the sound.
Absolutely.
Cool.
What's your preference? Do you like doing more of like the single, solo bagpipe for a solemn service, or do you like doing like the parade things like they do for like St. Patrick's Day parades or things like that?
Actually, I do both. I compete in solos to actually get used to stage fright. And
you guys have like battles and stuff where you're like, do-do-do-do-do, and then the guy's like, oh yeah, blah-blah-blah-blah-boo, and then you're like, what? Like that?
It could be like you have a new reality show, right?
You actually have a judge, and he's all grim-faced, and he's looking at
some
you.
old Scottish cat.
No, seriously.
Yeah, I'm imagining.
And then
Waking Ned Divine. That's what I'm imagining.
And actually have two of my boys play in the band with me. We play for Kevin R. Blandford Memorial Pipe Band, and it's fun that way too, because now it's a whole group thing.
Yeah.
So you get both of the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Well, when I was much younger, my parents, we had gone on a family vacation to England and Scotland, and we had a chance to go to Edinburgh and to the military tattoo there.
Oh yeah.
And it's a pretty famous tattoo, and at the time I was thinking like, you know, Dad, how interesting is it going to be to have someone getting ink in their arm? Like, I had no idea what it meant, and it was amazing. Like, even to this day, I mean, I was only 8 years old at that time, and I can still like imagine some of the things, and it was so powerful and so syncopated, and it was an amazing thing to watch. Like, that level of play, you know, the expertise, and that many performers at once. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, it's like I said, the guys in the military who play, they got to be good. Just like
Yeah.
a guy playing taps.
Mm-hmm.
He can't afford to mess up.
No, that really brings already a down situation. Now you've made it a bigger downer when you're
Yeah.
like, you know, you're that guy.
Yeah, that's right. I actually played at Fort Rosecrans for a military service.
Wow.
And the guy playing the bugle had a digital bugle because he said,
I'm not going to mess this up.
this is not the time to mess up.
Wow.
So what's it? Explain a digital bugle. I've never even heard of that.
It's a speaker in a bugle.
So
He fakes,
Uh-oh.
it's like
it's
air.
like a Milli Vanilli
Jim,
horn.
They found it out.
I was going to say my dreams come true. That's exactly what I need. But I guess you figure, you know, any amount of pressure or stage fright, it's going to come out in your playing, and you just don't want to be that person.
Yeah, this is the time not to mess
not
up.
to mess up.
That's right.
You know, what's the practice tube that you had there, the instrument that you had where you don't have the full bladder? What's that about?
Oh, this is actually, I mean, because it's pretty
Or
hard to.
training device?
Yeah, it's basically learn fingering technique. So,
Okay.
so you learn all the fingering, all the music before you get on this thing. Because
Can we hear a little of that just to see how
yeah,
it
sure.
compares?
That's where you learn all your hot licks.
Yeah. And then
Snake charmer there, right? I like it.
so you don't really upset everybody else in the house.
Right.
You can lock yourself in a bedroom and not bother anybody while you
There you
practice.
go.
That makes sense, though, because then you, I'm guessing so much of what makes the instrument, of what you want, you know, when you think, I want to learn to play the bagpipes, you always think of the end result. It's all the steps in between that are tricky. Well, this is how you get to that end result, right?
Yeah, that's how you get clean.
Right.
That's how you, I mean, it's practice. Everything is practice. Any instrument is practice. If you don't practice, you're
Well,
going to
we
sound
got
bad.
Well, we got a big guest here. We
Big
have
guest.
the superintendent of the district, Dr.
Oh,
Gary
okay.
Smith is here. Do you think you'd be willing to, like, play a song?
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
I'd be happy to.
Play it. I got to
Jim,
get into
go
my
get him.
spot.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
He's waiting in the green room.